what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 2012 Hyundai Elantra Touring GLS. Up front is a 2.0 liter inline 4 and down below is a 4-speed automatic transmission. Now I am super excited to be driving this Hyundai Elantra Touring because they only made this for a couple of years, 2009 through 2012, which is a relatively short model run. However, I actually think that this is better than the standard Elantra. I think it's a very good car and I'm a little sad to see that it's gone. But let's talk about why. If you would like to submit your own vehicle, you can have it reviewed here on the channel, just like this Elantra Touring. You can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form. It takes under a minute to fill out, and I come out to you. But let's get back to that 2-liter inline 4 under the hood. Well, it makes about 138 horsepower, which isn't saying much, but it's got enough zip to go, and that's good enough for me. A car like this doesn't need to be a power monster. It doesn't even need to be that powerful. It just has to get you point A to point B, and the 2-liter does that. It was used in a lot of other Kia and Hyundai products at the time, so it's fine. It is what it is. They do have some reliability issues, but a lot of Kia and Hyundai products from this era do, so unfortunately it's kind of par for the course. Like I said, paired to it is a 4-speed automatic transmission. It is also just okay. It's fine in doing the job. However, I have driven a Hyundai Accent hatchback that had a manual, and I would much prefer that. Last but not least, it of course is front-wheel drive. How does it feel to drive the Hyundai Elantra Touring? Well, it's nothing too special or out of the ordinary. It is a pretty decent sized hatchback and you have a lot of room, which you definitely feel while driving. It feels bigger than the Accent because it is. However, I like the drive. It's simple, it's straightforward, it's functional. And this car has spent its entire life commuting from New Jersey to New York every single day, and it does that really, really well. So I have to applaud it, at least in some regard. With that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have 4 gauges and a screen. Off to the left is my tachometer. Up in the center, we have coolant temperature and fuel, and off to the right is the speedometer. We also do get that little digital readout giving me my odometer and fuel range, which is helpful. On the steering wheel, on the left, we have our volume, skip track, and mode. And off to the right, we have our cruise control options. Off to the left, we have 2 climate control vents, traction control off, and our gauge dimmer switch. And moving on to the door, we have power mirrors, power locks, and power windows. Moving into the center, this is where things get a little interesting. So normally there would be a storage cubby up at the top, but the radio has been swapped out from the standard Hyundai radio because it actually broke. But in order to fit an aftermarket radio, you had to change out this whole bezel, which actually takes away the top cubby. So something to note there. But down below we have our climate controls, very simple, fan speed off to the left, hazard switch in the center, and temperature off to the right with where to send it up above, all of that. Then we do have an openable cubby, a pull-out ashtray, and 2 cigarette lighters, a little cubby space, and then the shifter. The shifter is the very typical shifter from Hyundai of the era. Nothing new being written here, but it's operational. It's a jigsaw style shifter and it works. However, down below we do have 2 cup holders, so we will do a big friggin' bottle test, and they are asymmetrical, so the rear one is slightly larger, and it does in fact pass the big friggin' bottle test. Hyundai in this era actually had pretty big cup holders, so I guess this isn't a huge surprise, but always happy to see it pass. Then we do get a little center console and the seats. The seats are cloth, however, they are decently comfortable for what it is. Still kind of an economy car, and so you can't really shake that all that much with the seats, but my back isn't killing me. However, they are manual seats, just in case you were wondering. However, speaking of seats, we do have back seats, so let's go do a back seat review. All right, so we're in the back of the Hyundai Elantra Touring from 2012, and knees are not hitting the seat in front of me. Head has no prayer of hitting the ceiling. It does have a really high roof line, which I think is a huge, huge win because you can actually fit people back here. I do have a warning, however. It says, for proper operation of the occupant classification system, do not place any items cumulatively weighing over 2.2 pounds in the seat back pocket or on the seat. Kind of weird to specify that. We do have a center console with, if I could jam my sausage links in there. There we go. 2 cup holders. 2 cup holders found back there. I don't get any climate vents. Would have liked to have seen that, but again, as I'm going to reiterate a lot going forward in this video, this is made for humans. Humans can fit back here, and big humans at that. So definitely very nice to see. Probably a 6'7" person could sit back here relatively comfortably. However, speaking of the back, let's go hop around the back and talk about the trunk and cargo space. All right, around the back of the Hyundai Elantra Touring, button here to press in, and that is a car cover that this car actually sits under quite a bit. However, once we are back here, we do get a 12-volt outlet. Very, very nice to see that. We do have some cargo tie downs as well. We have some storage off here to the left and right. A little bit hard to do one-handed, but I'm trying my best to show you people. There we go. And we can pull this up and we get more storage down here. This is just regular storage, and then down below that is the spare tire. So love to see all of that. Very, very functional in the back of the Hyundai Elantra Touring. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and I really like the look of the Hyundai Elantra Touring. I think the shape of it is really good. I don't know if it's particularly handsome. I don't know if it's the prettiest, but I like it because it is so functional. So let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving a Hyundai Elantra Touring? I like it a lot because of how functional and how wonderful it is. This is a car meant to do car things, and I know we hate the Kia Soul. I know we hated the Honda Element, and by we, I mean the collective people. I actually personally love both of those vehicles, but this is a very human-friendly car. It's easy to get in and out of. It's easy to load your luggage into. It's easy to drive. It's easy to see out of. It's meant for the human body, where a low-slung coupe is going to give you back problems. A jacked up pickup truck is going to hurt your ankles and probably your ego. This feels like it was built for humans, and I know it sounds crazy when I say that, but I mean it. I genuinely mean it. This is a very human car, and I think we need more of it. It's a shame that this only lasted a couple model years because it is such a functionally great automobile. For someone that doesn't care about cars, or maybe you have other cars that you do care about, but you need something to get point A to point B, this is exactly what you're looking for. It just makes life easier, and while it might not be flashy, you might not get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for owning one, it allows you to enjoy other parts of your life and pursue other hobbies rather than sticking to what your car might dictate for you. This car's open to possibilities, and that is what I like about it so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Bob for letting me take out his Hyundai Elantra Touring. Believe it or not, this car was on my bucket list, and I'm so excited to check that off. Bob has been absolutely wonderful, and of course his son James are two of the kindest, two of the best, and I appreciate them inviting me out here to New Jersey to film some of their vehicles. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.